All right, welcome back to Circling Shadow Sports. We will do our final AUSL in Seattle game recap for the rubber match, the 1 o'clock start. As I mentioned in game two, why I am so burnt. 1 o'clock start. The press seating was just on the concourse with a foldable table. There's no cover, so not only could I not use my laptop, I got burnt. I'm a fool, but I'm a fool for a few other reasons. Um, this game, the Blaze took home the series win. I talked about it in the first sort of um, game recap that we did the other day, for the opener of this series, that the bats had been hot for the Blaze coming into this series. That showed, um, really all series. Uh, Obviously the 4 run first in the first game, get 6 runs total. Obviously, it didn't end up mattering because the Volts had the 7 run fourth, as I will keep bringing up. Um, Mackenzie Clark was the homer in game two, doing just enough with the 3 runs to win game two. And then a 10-run explosion here in this game in the rubber match to win it, really coming from big innings in the fifth and the sixth, 5 run sixth inning, and a 3 run seventh to push things ahead. So for the Volts, Mariah Maison got the start in this one. Um, pretty solid. I mean, 2 innings pitched, just 1 run, 2 walks though. The free passes obviously will hurt you. Did give up a homer in this one. Her ERA bumps up to 4.97. Sam Shao is kind of came in and got the loss in this one, just because the Volts only put up the 2 runs. So it's like you give up the second run, you know. 1 inning of work, 1 run against, 1 walk as well. Another homer against her. There are 4 homers in this game. Peyton Gottschall is where things kind of went sideways. She was the pitcher when things went sideways. To an extent, Sam Landry also kind of had a tough one. Uh, Again, but Gottschall and Landry, two really good pitchers. I'd say great pitchers. And just kind of got things away. Gottschall, 2 innings pitched, 4 hits against 5 runs. Only two of them earned. 1 walk, 1 strikeout in this one. And then Landry, 1 inning of work, 3 hits against 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 wild pitch, and gave up the third Blaze homer of this game. Um, on the Blaze side of things, it was Elena Vaughter, who got the start. Elena is a great follow on TikTok, by the way, if you're not following her. A bunch of the Blaze players' TikToks have popped up on my feed. I think it's largely coming from Bailey Klingler, like just reposting them, so I see the other ones. Vaughter got the start, 2 innings of work, 1 hit, no runs, 2 free passes, 2 walks. But pretty good there. Uh, Kaylani Ricketts came in and got the win. And this one I mentioned in the game too. She came in and helped close out that game. Game two, 3 innings of work, 1 hit, 1 run, 4 punchies. So 4 punchies, I think 8 total in the past 2 games. Sorry, here stuff from the backyard. And then for the Blaze to close it out, I believe it was Emma Lemley. Yes, Emma Lemley closed things out. 2 innings of work, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 2 punchies, 1 homer given up in this one. So not at all what I expected to see. The run started in the second inning. Anna Gold hit a homer to left field. Again, a lot of homers to left field, as I mentioned in game two. To get, the first run on the board, I think, okay, all right, we're running along here. But the first 3 innings, it was just the 1 run. It was just the Anna Gold home run. Then Deja Malipola reached on a fielder's choice, to second base, scoring Sierra Romero, uh, as Jesse Warren was thrown out, at second base. Where was I? Fourth inning? Yes, that was the fourth inning. Sierra Romero had doubled to right field to get things started in the bottom of the fourth for the Volts. Danica Coffey, uh, oh yeah, grounded out uh, on a sac bunt, advancing Sierra Romero to third. Jesse Warren was hit by the pitch, so he put runners in the corners, and you feel pretty good. And Malipola is able to push the 1 run across, not able to do a ton, but at that point in the game, things were tied. You say, okay, we go into the top of the fifth. And it's another home run down the left field line. Devin Netz adds one there. excuse me, uh, in the leadoff spot. Yes, in the leadoff spot, Devin Netz um, hits that one off Sam Shaw to give the Blaze their lead back. Mackenzie Clark got hit by a pitch. And I thought, okay, maybe they're going to keep things running here. But Elia Binford grounded into a double play, and Kaylee Harding grounded out to end that inning and just give the Blaze the one run. There was no sort of response bottom of the inning from the Volts, who went down in order. Um, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, so I think, okay, it's a 2-1 game. I thought, at the end of the fifth inning, I thought we were going to have another tight one, just as we did in game two, where the Blazers were able to pick it up with great pitching, great defense, and just doing enough offensively. But they certainly did more than just enough offensively. The sixth inning was where things really got away from the Volts. Scott Shaw was starting, was not starting, was pitching for the Volts at the time. Uh, Corby Otis. I think I said Corby Ortis in the first one. It's Otis. That's incorrect. Corby Otis singled up the middle. Aubrey Leach reached on a fielding error by the second baseman in this one for the Volts. Um, mm, 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 Totally lost that. Um, I can go to the lineups here. Yeah, Sierra Romero. Yeah, error on Romero. There we go back to it. Bailey Klingler comes through to drive in the third run of the ball game for the Blaze, a double down the right field line. Leach advances the third. Otis had scored, and then Anna Gold singles up the middle to score Leach. And Klingler advanced to third. Then Sam Landry comes in to kind of help stop the bleeding for the Volts. Anna Gold steals second on the throwing error to try and get Anna Gold out at second. Klingler scores easily and puts another run in there. Then things kind of quiet down. Kayla Kowalik struck out swinging. Devin Netz grounds out. But then Mackenzie Clark homers to left field. Uh, Two RBIs on this one, scoring Anna Gold, really starting to push things ahead. Elia Binford singled up the middle after that, advanced to second on a wild pitch, but Eli Andrews unable to push anything else further. She grounded out to first base. Um, it was this was interesting because they've got the orange base next to the white original first base so that there's no collisions, I imagine. And Andrews had stepped on first base as opposed to the orange base. So it was originally called interference, and she was the Volts had wait, there had been ruled interference, yes, from Andrews. Um The Volts challenge. It was no runner's lane violation. The Volts win that challenge, and the inning ends. I always look again, as I'm kind of talking about and alluding to, in the bottom of the inning after a big top frame. I look for the other team to respond in some way and kind of push back. That didn't happen again. For the Volts in the bottom of the sixth, Rachel Garcia pops out. She pinch hit for Tiara Jennings. Romero flies out to right field, and Danica Coffey strikes out looking as Emma Lemley slams the door shut, says this isn't going to continue. Um, and then in the top of the seventh, with Landry in still, the Blaze were able to keep the bats going as they talked about. Um, throughout the two wins. Sorry, Corbiota singles to center field. Aubrey Leach walks, so you are immediately to put two runners on. The Volts put Gottschall back in for Sam Landry. Bailey Klingler walks to load the bases, and Anna Gold single drives in two runs as Otis and Leach cross home plate. Klingler goes to second. Um, After Kayla Kowalik lined out, Devin Netz reaches on a fielder's choice to score Bailey Klingler and ultimately push the final run across for 10. The Volts, after the Deja Mulipola homered to left field, I thought, oh, maybe we're gonna get a crazy comeback here. Because again, that first game was very crazy with that 7-run fourth inning and the way that the top of the first had gone with the Blaze hitters, but that wouldn't happen. Lemley locks back in after the homer to Mulipola. She did walk Sis Bates, but Bates was out at second on a fielder's choice, and then Sierra Briggs struck out swinging to give the Volts, the Blaze, sorry, the series win. Um, it's their, they've reached the 10 hits mark for the sixth time this season. having registered 10 or more base knocks in a contest. Um, Interesting. The three runs for the Blaze in this game were a new season high, having previously belted two homers in a contest three times. They've won back-to-back games for the first time this season, which is pretty remarkable. I did say that both teams kind of struggled coming into this one, so that wasn't wrong. Mackenzie Clark, against her former team in this one, that three-run homer in the fourth inning. She finished the series with a pair of homers, four RBIs, and two runs scored, having reached base safely in five straight games. So that's pretty cool to see. Um, they will now go on to play the Talons in Salt Lake City. The Talons have already clinched a spot in championship weekend to start a series in Salt Lake City, Utah, starting on the 16th. Uh, so really tough one for the Volts. They matched the season low with only three hits in this loss. Um, they were 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position, with runners on base, and including 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Sorry. Um, the 10 runs surrendered by the Volts marks their most runs allowed this season. I talked about the pitching's been pretty good. Um, so yeah, tough one for the Volts. But I'd say at the end of the day, and I think I will do a video kind of like wrapping up things, and talking about the series as a whole and everything like that. But there was some damn good softball on display throughout the course of the weekend. Bailey Klingler continues to stay hot. Sis Bates had some good games. I think she went 3 for 4 in the first one. Showed some good defense throughout the course of the weekend and sold out all three games. It was great. I think Seattle really did show that they're a city that deserves an AUSL team when they decide to start picking homes. So we'll see, but I think it's well deserved. So that's it. We're gonna have a bunch more content relating to this series over the next few days. Try to get it out before the AOSL series in Utah starts. So I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, until we see you next time, take care of yourselves, be well, do whatever you can to make today a great day.